The beginning of the work week, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the AL West, the Blue Jays totaled 11 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Athletics 7-3. As of right now, the Blue Jays sit in third place in the American League East Division, while the Athletics are in fourth place in the AL West. The Texas Rangers racked up 11 hits as a team as they beat the White Sox on the south side 9-5. As of today, the White Sox are in second place in the AL Central, while the Rangers are in second place in the AL West. The Tampa Bay Rays put up 16 hits on the day as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County 10-6. Heading into the day, the Angels are in first place in the AL West, while the Rays sit in fourth place in the American League East Division. The Tigers allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 4-0. In the standings, the Mariners sit in last place in the American League West Division, while the Tigers are in third place in the AL Central. Josh Tomlin earned the third W of his season as the Indians took down the Astros 5-2. At the start of the day, the Astros are in third place in the AL West, while the Indians are leading the American League Central. Dylan Bundy grabbed the victory, his fourth of the year, as the Orioles took down the Red Sox 3-1. Entering the day's action, the Red Sox are in first place in the American League East, and the Orioles are at the bottom of the division. The New York Yankees smacked 15 team hits as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 8-1. Heading into the day, the Royals sit in last place in the American League Central Division, and the Yankees are in second place in the AL East. The Brewers got 18 hits as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 13-4. As of today, the Twins are in fourth place in the AL Central, and the Brewers are atop the NL Central. The Miami Marlins had 12 hits as a team as they beat the Braves in Atlanta 4-2. In the standings, the Braves sit in fourth place in the National League East Division, and the Marlins are at the bottom of the division. The Washington Nationals only allowed 2 hits in the game as they got the best of the Dodgers at home 2-1. Entering the day's action, the Nationals sit in first place in the National League East Division, and the Dodgers are in second place in the NL West. The Diamondbacks put together 10 total hits as they took care of the Mets at Citi Field 5-1. They stayed hot with their 10th in a row. As of right now, the Mets are in third place in the NL East, while the Diamondbacks are atop the NL West. The Chicago Cubs finished off a 3-game sweep as they got past the Reds in Cincinnati 7-2. The win was their 5th straight as a team. As of today, the Reds sit in last place in the National League Central Division, while the Cubs are second in the division. Jose Pirela plated 3 runs on the day as the Padres beat the Pirates 5-2. Heading into the day, the Pirates are in third place in the NL Central, and the Padres are in fourth place in the NL West. Luke Gregerson got win number 1 on the year as the Cardinals defeated the Phillies 5-4. In the standings, the Cardinals sit in fourth place in the National League Central Division, and the Phillies are in second place in the NL East. The Giants knocked out 10 hits as a team as they bested the visiting Rockies 3-2. Entering the day's action, the Giants sit in fourth place in the National League West, and the Rockies are third in the division. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors.
It's time for baseball in the Bay Area as we welcome you to the Oakland Coliseum. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Seattle Mariners and the Oakland A's. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next. Daniel Mengden gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through his stats, and one thing jumped out at me: a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. One, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and two, when he does throw strikes, he throws quality, and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
Next for Seattle, D. Gordon. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First and 3 here on this Tuesday night as the game's first offering is taken for strike 1. And Dan Vero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. They've been mired in a team-wide slump of late, as with the loss last time out, they've now dropped 8 of their last 9 decisions.
Yeah, Matty, this definitely looks like a situation where somebody's going to have to call a team meeting. I don't know if it comes from a veteran or the manager decides to close the doors for a second, but this team has not played well. They find themselves losing lately. They lost the last game, and they're going to need a spark to get this thing turned around. I know he wants that pitch back. He put good wood on that ball. But let's give credit to the pitcher right there. Great arm action on that changeup. Got him a little bit out in front.
Weekly hit towards first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game. And here's a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Seattle Mariners. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, I'm going to be watching for the speedster, D. Gordon. Coming into the game, he's among the leaders in the AL in stolen bases. Sure, that tells you he has a lot of speed, but what it also tells you is he does a great job of getting on base. Keep an eye on him if he gets aboard in this one.
Gene Segura standing in. He'll be looking for better results in this one. He was 0 for 4 in the ball game back on Sunday. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A ball and no strikes. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, Matt, and particularly that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. The 1-2 pitch. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Sent on the ground out to second. Lombardozzi has it on to first, and there are 2 down.
Batting third, designated hitter, Nelson Cruz.
Digging in now for the Mariners, Nelson Cruz. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Here is strike 1 called to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Baker looks up. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run. A solo home run from Nelson Cruz. Home run number 15 for him thus far as the Mariners take a 1-0 lead.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues, but when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got. A really bad result.
Batting fourth, the catcher, number 3, Mike Zunino.
Here now is Mike Zunino. As he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1. He'll enter play down at an even 240 for the year. 11 home runs, and he's driven in 24. Here's the 0-1. And a breaking ball stays outside. The 1-1. This pitch is popped up. Olsen is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. But the Mariners draw first blood here on the solo home run. Home half of the first coming up from the Coliseum. It's 1-0 Seattle. Mike Leake gets the starting nod for the M's. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
Steve Lombardozzi is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
And the sinking fastball, called strike 3, and that's out number 1. Time now for a glance at Bob Melvin's A's starting lineup. D-Row, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
Here comes the first pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. One out, nobody on. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Zunino gathers it, but no chance to recover. Joyce is on at first after the strikeout.
That play is indicative of how their entire season has gone so far. They make the routine plays difficult, and if there's a tough play, they really struggle with it. They need to tighten up their fundamentals so they can get back on track.
Next up for the A's, Chris Davis. He's, of course, a long ball threat, currently 3rd in the American League in that category. First delivery to him on the way. Looks at a sinker over the inside part of the plate. Comes set with the 0-1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Grounded to short. Cano for one. On to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. So no runs or hits here as the error turns out to be unimportant. We'll move to the second inning here in Oakland. The Mariners lead it 1-0. Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. Here comes the first pitch. Popped him up. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Pitch on the way. And this is chopped foul at the plate. He's in the hole now, down 0-2. Drilled to the right side, and this gets through into right, so he turns the 0-2 count into a leadoff base hit. Oh, but look here, the manager's up and out of the dugout, so it appears he might opt to challenge that last safe call at first.
Yeah, Matt, definitely a close play right there. And we're going to take another look at it right here. Boy, that's just so tough to tell for sure from that angle. So we'll see what the decision is from the dugout, whether they want to challenge or not.
And it looks like a no from the bench, so they will not challenge the play, and the call will stand with the runner safe at first base. So coming to the plate, Mitch Haniger, and he's been swinging it well the last couple of games. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see two different mindsets from both offenses, Dan. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He was 1 for 3 in the ball game back on Sunday. A changeup right on the outside corner for a strike. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
Not a bad pitch right there on 0-2, a fastball. And I think as a hitter right now, you have to continue to go up there looking to hit off the fastball.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Baker is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Batting 8, first baseman, Ryan Healy.
Striding into the box, Ryan Healy, as we take a look at the splits between April and May. From the stretch. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Little hesitation right there by the batter. It was great execution by the pitcher down and away. But that looked like a late swing. Could have been sitting on something else.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Cano at second with 2 down. Here's the 0-2. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Fegley waits on it, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Mariners 1 and the A's nothing. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. It's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. First offering on its way. Squared that one up just a little late. The windup and the 0-1. Soft liner towards first, but no problem at first, and that's the first out.
All right, guys, here's Seattle's defensive alignment. And let's focus on Kyle Seager right here. Former Gold Glove third baseman. Plays a reliable third base. I think something that he does better than anybody is his ability to come in on those swinging bunts or guys trying to lay a bunt down on him. He has the ability to have such soft hands and make that off-balance throw to first base.
Now the A's designated hitter, Jonathan Lucroy. He was 1 for 4 in Sunday's affair. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Swinging a ball line softly down the left field line, but this will be a foul ball. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Cano with it at second. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Batting 6, the shortstop, Jed Lowry.
Here's Jed Lowry now. Past battles with Mike Leake. He's a .333 hitter. leak into his motion. Here's the first pitch. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner. Lowry, a native Oregonian. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
The 0-2 delivery. Sent on the ground out to second. There's Cano. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half. We've played 2 full. The M's lead it 1-0. Now at the plate, Ben Gamble, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. First pitch on its way. And the changeup is way low that time. The 1-0. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball, 1-1. Count now to 2 balls and a strike to Ben Gamble.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will not. Just slicing foul at the very last moment. So close to extra bases. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And the throw is there to record the first out.
Center fielder.
Digging in to try it again. D. Gordon. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he takes ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now the bunt attempt hits him here, but they're going to say he offered at it, and that's the first strike. The 1-1 home. Is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Hey, that's a well-executed pitch right there. That might have started middle, but you saw it breaking away to that outer part of the zone. This left-handed batter right here has got 2 decisions to make. Is he going to ground out to second base all day, or is he going to drive the ball the other way?
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Stepping in now, Gene Segura. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. The windup and the 0-1. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball one. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Striding in for Oakland, Ryan Baker, and he'll be looking to change his fortunes in this one. He's seen his numbers take a bit of a dive in recent action. First delivery to him on the way. And there's the first hit of the game for the A's.
Batting 8th, third baseman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
The lineup top to bottom looks like they have no approach or game plan whatsoever. It's like they're deciding to swing before the pitch is even coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Now a move over to first, and he's back in standing. Baker gets his lead at first, nobody out. Hit out towards second. And no towards second. He's got it. A bare hand for one. On to first, and it's another double play. Already 2 of them here in the first 3 innings so far.
Boy, that's about as easy as it comes. A chopper, 2-hopper turns into a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play.
Into the box now, Josh Fegley. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. Here's a strike. Two out, nobody on. Hit on the ground to third. Seager has it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. A's go quietly there. They're down 1-0. Here's Nelson Cruz now. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck outside last inning. How do they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Counts even at 1-1 to Nelson Cruz.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you've got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. The 1-2. Is looked at for ball number 2. Here now the 2-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Boy, he's really on a roll on the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
Into the box, Mike Zunino. Fouled away. He popped out in his first trip. A ball and a strike to Mike Zunino. The 1-1. Is laid off for ball 2. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error in the ball game for Seattle. Two and two now.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there on the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Zunino is retired, 2 down now. So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And you can see a 5-mile-an-hour difference on their best fastball there. 97 on one hand to 92 on the other. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and set to stand in the fine second baseman Robinson Cano. In there for strike 1.
Okay, I see where this guy's going, right? He wants to pitch backwards, a little 0-0 curveball. Don't be shocked if this hitter's sitting all over that same pitch right here.
Cano waiting on the 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Baker is under it, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Mariners, but they're on top 1-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Steve Lombardozzi. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. The windup and the 0-1. Here's Cano now at second. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first by Cano, and there's the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Opportunity now to look at some of the future plans for this Mariner organization as our Road to the Show report spotlights a couple of guys that have been playing very well in recent action. Here's Matt Joyce now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Lined is short, but gobbled up there, and there are 2 away.
The left fielder, number 2, Chris Davis.
Here's Chris Davis now. He swings and sends it on a line to right center. Henniger is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. Down go the Athletics on a total of 4 pitches. It remains 1-0. Ready for another chance? Mitch Haniger will start off the 5th in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitchers, but both getting the same thing, both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
The batter, number 15.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Mitch Haniger is retired to kick off the inning. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. Flied out in his first at bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And it's fouled away. Oh, and 2, here it comes. And he fouls this one off. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Seattle. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Moving under it, Baker. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ryan Healy.
Next in at the plate is Ryan Healy. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes.
All bets are off for the offense right now. This guy's got a low pitch count. He's attacking the zone. They have to get more aggressive. This guy's not going anywhere.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
The 1-1. This one's chopped foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Popped high in the air. Lombardozzi is there for it, and the inning is over. Mariners are down in order, but they lead it 1-0. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. First pitch coming. Here it is. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone. Set to deliver the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Jeez, finally. That's the first ball they've taken all night. Do it again, I dare you.
2-1 to the A's first baseman.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up. But that was a nice job of laying off.
The 2-1 on its way. Back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. So a good start to the inning for the A's as their leadoff hitter reaches base safely.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jonathan Lucroy comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Soft liner towards center. In there, a base hit.
That's why there's no justice in this game. Pitcher executes a perfect fastball inside, jams him, beats him, steals his wallet, and he's still able to get it.
Here's Jed Lowry now. As the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
On the ground for Cano. This could be 2. He's got it. Segura for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. So they avoid what could have been a costly double play there.
Well, they dodged the bullet that time by avoiding the double play. That would have been pretty demoralizing to end the inning. Now they've at least still got runners on the corners.
In now, Ryan Baker, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. He's set. Here's the 0-1. A ball and a strike.
That's the human element of the game right there. Umpires are going to miss a couple calls. It's the pitcher's ability to stay composed and grind that's going to make him successful today.
1-1. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. The second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. We're back to the Coliseum right after this. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble.
Leading off for the Mariners, left fielder, Ben Gamble.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A changeup over the inside corner. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. In for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2. Hit back up the middle. Lowry's got it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Here's D. Gordon now. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. No hits to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Digging in once again, Gene Segura. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a little blooper to center. Baker sprinting after it. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Up next for Seattle, designated hitter,
Nelson Cruz will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. First pitch of the at-bat. Starts him out with a fastball too low for ball 1.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
A ball and a strike. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ball game. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 1 left for Seattle. They lead it 1-0. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He'll be the one to start things out for Oakland in their half of the 6th inning. First delivery to him on the way. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center, but this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented a tying run.
Standing in now, Josh Fegley. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-0 home. Finds the zone, strike 1. The 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
You know, Hero, as a pitcher, that can be so frustrating. You're trying to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business. He'll line out probably 15 times, but it won't even out. You take him when you can get him.
Steve Lombardozzi stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Fegley, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hit streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
So striding in, Chris Davis, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Here comes the first pitch. Cut fastball inside, ball 1. Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. Two and 0 the count to the A's left fielder.
Well, you know, giving up 3 straight hits is bad enough, but now it looks like he's starting to nibble a little bit. It's hard not to when you're getting hit, but you don't want to put yourself in bad counts.
Hit hard to third. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. 1 run is scored.
Well, that's a tough one right there if you're a pitcher, Dero. You think you make a decent pitch, ball hit to the hole right through there. You're hoping it can get knocked down. Instead, base hit, run batted in.
Yeah, and as the batter right there, you're taking off your batting gloves, giving jabs to the first base coach. Glad that found the hole right there. Ribeye steak, tough one.
Digging in and looking for more, Matt Olson. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. Second on the team and runs batted in.
And he'll lay off a first pitch sinker, missing down and in for a ball. 1-0. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Here's a drive toward the gap in right center, and that's going to split the alley for extra bases. 1 run scored. 2 runs have scored.
Hey, even though we're in the middle of this one here, D-Roll, that's a big base hit and 2 RBIs to boot.
Yeah, you never know when it's going to come, Dan. But when you see runners in scoring position, you're up to the plate, your eyes light up, and you have to come through for the team. Great at bat right there.
Now here comes the Mariners skipper out to the mound. And that means that's going to do it for starter Mike Leake. So he'll depart after 5 1/3 innings of work and with no shot to win the decision.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Seattle, number 64, Mike Morris.
Digging in to try it again, Jonathan Lucroy. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning. Matt, a hit here could really fire up that dugout.
Luke Powell will look to provide a little punch off the bench as he'll hit with runners at the corners and 1 out in the inning. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute and hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
Line toward the gap in left center. And despite being down 0-2, he delivers anyway with a big base hit. And that'll plate the runner from third, as with that the lead swells to 4-1.
The batter, number 8, shortstop, Jed Lowry.
Ready for another chance? Jed Lowry. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
Now batting, center fielder, Ryan Baker.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ryan Baker. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. He's set. Here it comes. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Morin, a Minnesota-born ball player. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game.
1-1. Misses off the plate.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
And before the 2-1 pitch here, time called at home plate. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. Another good inning for the A's. Maybe the best fans in baseball right there, and they're loving it at the 5 and dime. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday night baseball after this. Back here at the Coliseum in Oakland. The A's are on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But before it gets underway, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Trevor Cahill is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 38.
Here now is Mike Zunino, due up for the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at-bats.
Pitch on its way now to Zunino. And here's a sinker that had a little bit too much dart to it there as it just about came in and nailed him. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
Hey, boys, although I'd love to get all over this offense for underachieving, let's tip our cap to this pitching staff right here. They've been able to execute, working all 4 quadrants and keeping this team totally off balance.
1-2 now. Cahill ready, the 1-2. Oh, and they pull the string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight.
The batter, number 22, second baseman.
Here's Robbie Cano now. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Cano waits on the first pitch. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike one.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Again, he sends it out of play. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. The 0-2 once more. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. Throw to first, and Cano's a ground out victim. 2 gone.
Now batter, right fielder.
Ready for another shot now. Mitch Haniger. He's grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. First delivery to him on the way. And he lays off there, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. One is a cutter that misses 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
You know, you don't always have to straight challenge a guy on a 3-2 count. With the 3-run lead, no one on base, this is the perfect situation to do it. No reason to nibble and possibly set up a big inning.
Called a strike, and it's full 3-2. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Lombardozzi charging this one. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Mariners, and this is still a 4-1 ball game.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Mariners, number 12, Juan Nicasio.
Striding in once again, Matt Chapman. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game.
Chapman.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. The 1-0 is a swinging strike on the slider. Now the 1-1 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Gordon is under this one. 1 down.
Now batting, catcher, John.
At the plate, Josh Begley. He's 1 for 2 in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A little bouncer. That winds up foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Gamble looking up, and it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot here to left center field. His first home run of the season as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
On the mound, he might have let up a little bit knowing the fact he was facing the 9-hitter, but you just can't do that. Goes to show there are no weaknesses in any of these lineups.
Now batting.
Into the box now, Steve Lombardozzi. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1. The 1-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Segura backhands it deep in the hole. And they are not going to get him at first. He's aboard easily.
Hey, D-Roll, that's great hustle out of the box right there. The shortstop has to go deep in the hole to make the play, but he was thinking base hit as soon as he made contact.
Yeah, perfect placement right there. He's definitely rewarded for it right there. Nice play by the shortstop. There's not much you can do. You can either plant that right foot and try and come unglued with a throw to first base. You can use the Derek Jeter, try and jump throw, but I didn't think he was going to get him either way.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Lifted the other way to left center. Gordon on the move, and he tracks it down. A nice running play.
Left fielder, Chris Davis.
Striding in for Oakland, Chris Davis. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that one right down Main Street. And the changeup is way low that time. Davis waits on the 1-1. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss. The 1-2. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Henniger is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. The A's add on to their lead with the solo home run. We'll march on to the 8th. It's now 5-1. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. Lifetime line against Trevor Cahill. He's had some success, 5 for 11. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Good sinker that time as he gets a piece and chops it foul at home plate. Now the 0-1. There's a strike. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the two starting pitchers in the game. And the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ballgame. Digging in now for the Mariners, Ryan Healy. 2 pop-outs for him so far, so he'll look to stay through one here. Hit sharply toward the right side, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out. There's a look at how we got to where we are. A's leading this one here in Oakland as we draw nearer to the finish line. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Oh, he chased a bad pitch that time. It's strike 1.
Well, obviously somebody was hooting with the Owls last night. This entire roster, they've showed up for the first game of this road trip and are getting absolutely boat raced.
Hit out towards second. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
Here's D. Gordon now. And, Dan, this could be a real make-or-break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And, oh, that looked to catch him flush down near the foot or the ankle. No chance to make the play. Let's just hope he's okay on the mound.
So frustrating, Hero. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
First offering on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
Man, the Mariners have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game long. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
As a look, now the pitch. And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. Now the 0-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Mariners leave a couple. They're down here 5-1. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. Looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat.
Olson.
Ready. Here's the first offering. Right over the middle, knee high. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. Gamble comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out.
Next for Oakland, designated hitter,
So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell, looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a line drive. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Take a look at this again in slow motion. He tracks this thing all the way, gets his hands quickly through the zone, and just rips it down the left field line, just how they draw it up.
Here's Jed Lowry now. And he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. This is line to left, and that'll get down for a base hit. Cutting it close here, but he comes through in the 8th to extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he was staring at his last at-bat right there, or probably his last at-bat. Would have been tough to get him another AB in this one, but he's able to get it done.
Hey, better late than never, and I'm sure when he walked into that batter's box right there, he's thinking, this very well could be my last AB of this game, so if I'm going to keep this streak alive, I'm going to have to do it right now.
Into the box, Ryan Baker.
He swings and sends a bullet to right field.
And that's in there. Base hit.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time, it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Row, he's been locked in from day one of this season. It's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
He's set, and the pitch. And that's in there for a strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
And this is on the ground is short. Could be two. There's one. On to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Here's Nelson Cruz now. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Wow, that's what a veteran hitter will do, right? Takes 2 really good pitches, both just missing the strike zone, and puts himself into a good 2-0 hitter's count.
3-0 to him now. Got to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-0. And that pitch catches the inside corner. And this is down at the knees, but called a strike. Wow, it's 3-2 now. Now the 3-2 pitch. He's taken high, but for a called strike 3. A reminder that coming up after the ball game tonight, we'll have full highlights of the game exclusively right here on the show. Here now is Mike Zunino, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. First pitch of the at-bat. Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. Hard hit ball to second. Lombardozzi fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, and the Mariners are now down to their final out.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Robinson Cano.
Next for Seattle, Robinson Cano. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Slider right over the middle, taken for a strike.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there, getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Davis is under it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, they needed him a little bit earlier in this one, but he takes the mound in the 8th and records the final 4 outs. 4-out save. Job well done.
Tonight's game comes to an end. 5-1 the final score. The Oakland A's rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Daniel Mengden